What's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate, back again with another episode where I want to break down for you how to start investing as a beginner. I'm going to give you 5 basic principles, and if you stick around for the end, I'll give you a little bonus as to what I've done to help my money grow for me. So let's hop right into it. The first thing you want to do is understand what investing is all about. Think of investing like a seed that will plant in the ground and sprout up a tree, let's say. Well, if you've ever seen a tree grow, trees don't grow all at once. In fact, it takes trees a very long time to grow. Investing is the same thing. You take your money and you use it like a seed to get really strong roots, a good foundation. And once you do that, you'll start to see that money grow over time. You want to start investing as early as possible. You want to start investing as early as you possibly can. The best time to invest was yesterday, but the next best time to invest is right now. Why? Because when you're investing, if you're treating your money like a seed and allowing it to grow over time, time is your biggest friend as it relates to investing because it allows your money to grow. And so the earlier you start, the longer time you're going to have. And time is going to do all the heavy lifting for you. If you just plant the seed and start as early as possible, then your investments will no doubt grow. But that's the number one key. You've got to get your mindset on the idea that I've got to start as early as possible. And that means starting right now. If you're looking for where to start, I typically use Robinhood. It's a great one. You can also use Webull. That's another great one. You can also use Think or Swim, which is like Charles Schwab, or you can go to your local bank and I'm sure they can help you with investment options as well. Number 2, you need to decide how much to invest. A lot of people ask me all the time, how little is too little? How much money do I really need to invest? It's a great question, and it's really a sign that okay, this person's probably a beginner, which is totally okay. Because as a beginner, you often think, well, $1 is not enough to invest. $2, $5, $10 is not enough. That's no money. I want to make big money, right? But when you really start to change your mindset about money, you realize that $1 used the right way is just as important as $100. Right? So you can start with as little as $1 or even less than that in some cases. You can start with as little money as you have right now because it's not about the amount at first. It's really about getting your mind in the habit of investing, getting your mindset comfortable with investing. Most of us have issues with money and we're scared and we don't know what to do. So you're going to have to take baby steps. So when you're deciding how much to invest, I say start with as much as you're comfortable with. If you're only comfortable with $1, that's fine. If you're comfortable with $5, that's fine. Because as soon as you get more comfortable, the next thing you're going to do is invest more. So don't worry so much about the amount. Decide how much am I comfortable with investing? Another thing you should consider when deciding how much to invest is what amount can you invest consistently? Because like I said, time is going to be your best friend when it comes to investing. So if you can invest $1 more consistently than you can invest $10, then do $1. Do the amount that you can consistently stick to. Now, let's get our account set up. You've got to set up an investment account. One app that I like to use is Robinhood. You'll need some basic information like your name, your email, and your social security number. Whoa, social security number. Don't worry, that's normal. All brokerage accounts are going to ask you for that to verify your identity and to be compliant with all of the investing laws. You might wonder, is this safe? Yes, Robinhood is safe, as well as the other ones I mentioned. They are all regulated by the government. Your information is safe and secure. So now that your identity has been verified, you're going to link your bank account. You're going to link your bank account directly to the Robinhood app. And so they'll walk you through this on the app, but what you'll do is put in your login information and allow your bank account to communicate with Robinhood's brokerage account. So you've transferred money now into your Robinhood brokerage account once your bank and your brokerage account are connected. Moving on to tip number 4. You've started your account. Now you've got to decide where to put the money. And one thing I love about the Robinhood app is that it allows you to invest in fractional shares of a stock. Let's just say this thing that you want to invest in, this money that you want to plant as a seed. Let's say it costs $50 to plant it as a seed, right? But you only have $5. Well, it's okay that you can't purchase the full $50 share. You can take that $5 and purchase a fraction of the share. So you can plant a fraction of the seed and just to get started until you can buy the full share. Robinhood allows you to use fractional shares. So you're taking that small amount of money that you're comfortable with and you're allowing that to build, grow, develop deep roots until it starts to spring up like a tree. As a beginner, this is a great way to start. You don't need a lot of money to invest in these big companies. The most important thing you can do, and I love that the Robinhood app does this for me, is you can start to make automatic investments. You remember I said start with something you're comfortable with and start with something that you can do consistently. You just bought $5 of Amazon, let's say. The company stock costs $300, but you only had $5 to put in. Well, Robinhood's actually going to ask you, hey, do you want to put that $5 in consistently? It's going to say, do you want to do it every day? Do you want to do it every week? Do you want to do it every month? And so it's going to automatically suggest to you and give you the option to start planting your money, start investing consistently to allow that money to grow. And so you're going to say yes to one of those options that you're most comfortable with. And that's going to give you a chance to keep buying that share over and over until you get a full share of the stock. And then you're just going to keep doing this. And this is going to allow your money to grow for you over the long term. Now, if you stuck around with me this long and you stuck around to the end of the video, I want to give you my bonus tip. You could say, I don't know what to invest in, right? And we didn't talk a lot about that in the previous points because no matter what you invest in, I want you to get in the habit of putting your money in the right place. But it is important to know where to put that money. And one good place to put your money is in target date funds. A target date fund is a mutual fund or an exchange traded fund, also known as an ETF, that will allow you to put your money in a place that will grow over time and grow aggressively, targeting a specific date for that money to be used or utilized, typically like at a retirement date. So let's say you're in your 30s and you want to retire when you're 65. So let's say you're 35 and you've got 30 years to retirement. It's 2024 right now. You're going to look for target date funds that are set for 2054, right? 30 years from today's date. So there are funds out there that'll be a target date fund of 2050 or 2051 or 2052. So you're going to look for these funds, and it's okay if it's, plus or minus 5 years. Let's say target date 2050 or target date 2060. These are going to be great places to put your money because they're going to automatically invest it for you with the thought in mind that you want to grow this as large as you can get it so you can use it in retirement or at some later date. And so folks, these have become really popular over time, and it's a great way for beginners to know for sure that their money's being put in a place that is thinking about the long term. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you a bit as you start on your journey on investing. Look, it can be daunting, it can be scary, but if you follow through the steps that I've just laid out for you, you'll be further along than what you were before you started. And it's all about making progress, right? It's not about being perfect. It's not about knowing everything about stocks and being so intimidated by all the numbers and all the charts. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just make the small baby steps. And before you know it, you'll be glad that you did, because you'll see your money start to grow. As always, it's your boy, StephenMotivate. Stay motivated. Peace.